going?
It's going.
Okay. I have a YouTube channel, and I'm trying to encourage people to donate here. And so we're trying to money. We need money. We need tools. We need
Get our name out there.
Yes, absolutely. Jake Valentine. This all started. All the fiber arts. This entire thing started with a shearer named Jake Valentine from Dark Side Shearing. Massively cool dude. And I entered this competition called Dirty Fleece Done Dirt Cheap. And if you can think of the stinkiest, nastiest, rolled in the dirt and the mud and the gunk, and I'm hoping it wasn't poop, but I'm sure it was. As a nurse, But anyway, him and I got together, and Jake is a big go home, go big, whatever, big. Anyway, he's just does things to the extreme. He's the nth kind of guy, and I'm an nth kind of girl. So he sent me 22 pounds of nasty, dirty fleece. I guess about 10 pounds of it was actually wool. The rest was dirt. He spent a lot of money sending all that wool. And so I'm looking at it going, good grief, what am I going to do with all this? Because we're supposed to make something for charity, donate it. And then I thought, well, you know what? All this stuff, let me just start a fiber arts program. And so I did that with his help. And now I've got my entire garage is full of stuff to bring y'all of different things like acrylic yarns, knitting kits, crochet kits, just all this stuff. So now I'm going to be working on trying to get some fiber arts tools that's used for y'all, so you can do some of this stuff. Not that you're going to love it or you're going to hate it, but it's a really relaxing kind of thing to do. You trade one addiction for another, basically, if you're an addictive type personality.
Yeah,
so this is my addiction right here.
Yeah. If we love it or if we hate it.
Yeah. Yeah. And so there's so many different crafts out there that, like soaping, people make a lot of money, well, some money on the side to help supplement their income, soaping, not selling cocaine,
You gotta trade one income for the other.
Trade one income for the other. But, and you can probably spend as much on this stuff as you do for that stuff. It's just a trade out, but it's a healthier trade out. You actually get to do stuff, you get creative with it, you're not like zoned out somewhere doing inappropriate things. You're like up front doing inappropriate things.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I am going to start with, I've got some bags over here. So, let's see what we've got. Okay, here's some finished objects I've got. Like I said, I crochet a little bit. This is my, been stuck in the wash too many times accidentally, favorite scarf. I have this shawl that I wove.
That's pretty.
Oh, I like that.
Just kind of
How difficult is weaving compared to like crocheting or knitting?
easy.
Easy? It's
Easy.
easier?
And I'm going to bring I have a little portable loom. I'm going to bring up here and let y'all play with.
I really like the finished product of that. I really like to
I love that.
knit too, because I really like the shape of it.
Right. There's so many things you can do. Like, I love beanies that are crocheted. Love them.
I
The
want
way
to
they
make
fit
my
on
son
them.
one so bad.
Well,
I
we've
want
got
one of
kits.
those.
I've got kits for everything. Yeah, one of these.
I want
Wicked.
one of those.
I've got yarn out the wazoo, and we're going to be making yarn. So you can make something and weave it or crochet out of stuff you've actually made and spun. So that's the cool thing. You can start from a sheep and go all the way up. So, just going to show you one. Okay, here's. I've just got to weave in ends. This is
Hey,
a
those are
poncho.
shorts.
I love that.
It's a little poncho
so
for my
cute.
granddaughter. I've just got to weave in ends. Everything's got to
Oh,
weave
my
in
daughter
ends.
would love that.
But this is knit, and it's made out of the Lion brand homespun. I got it on sale when the store closed. So I have a lot of that. And
Can I
then,
see that up close?
absolutely. It's got cat hair, so if you're allergic to cats, you might not want to touch anything I have. Because they love garments. It's more cat hair than... I lost my lip roller. Just where I came, I'm like,
Little
this
jacket.
is a little jacket that I made, also for the same granddaughter.
Oh.
That is really cute.
This one was easy and quick. That took a lot longer because I'm a very slow knitter. So, anyway, there's that. Here's a little shawl that I was working on for me that I actually hand spun all of this. This is, it has cashmere and angora, all the good stuff is in this, and it's soft. You can pass it around. You can tell the difference in the.
And this is what?
That's hand spun. It has angora, cashmere.
What, and what stitches? is
That's
it?
knitting,
Knitting.
just basic knitting.
wanna see it?
Is it easier than crochet?
It
No.
just depends. To me, I'm more of a knitter than a crocheter, so I would say yeah, but that's just because I'm a better knitter than crocheter. Then this is a shawl blanket
That's
rug
beautiful.
that I wove
Oh, I love that.
on.
That's, how do you do
That
that?
is so pretty.
I'm really
It's-
liking
I've
the
got-
weaving.
Makes
Yes.
a good blanket.
You know what? I'm fixing to get a big honking loom, huge, and so I'm gonna get to do a lot more stuff, a lot more designs.
So you hang a loom, you would hang like
No,
a
it's
full-size
a,
loom, or do
it's
you?
got a,
Oh,
it's
wow.
32 inches wide,
What is that?
and it's on a stand, and you just kind of,
Shawl.
yes, shawl scarf kind of thing, yeah.
Hmm.
But I've got a
This
weaving
says-
in on everything. So yeah, love it.
this.
And so I'm getting a really
That is
nice.
so
So you
beautiful.
use a machine with that one?
It's,
Because I can
it's-
quilt, but I'm not good with my hands doing stuff
This
like
is
that.
more
I know, me too.
back and forth, back and forth. So it's not like a super dexterous,
Yeah.
except for when you're trying to warp the loom. And we'll get into that when I bring my. I have a little loom I'll bring up here and let y'all play with for a
I
while.
love that.
I know, I do too.
Love that.
I know, me too.
What's the color?
This was actually a totally inappropriate yarn to weave with that I figured out after I started weaving with it. So I ended up having to use a fork to beat it down. It was kind of a mess, but it turned out really pretty.
That's pretty.
And actually, this one isn't very hard to do at all, even though it looks a little.
I like the different shapes in that one.
Yeah, that's what I thought was neat too.
Uh-huh.
So I've only got like 200 more rows to go on it. It was gonna be a Christmas present, but it's not gonna be. But the weaving, once you get the work on, you can make a shawl, and the alpaca and merino. You can try how soft it is. This is me after I've dyed it. I'm gonna make yarns. I've got
Oh, wow,
it's gonna be called the night shift shawl.
It's really soft.
Oh my gosh, it is. Oh, you dyed that one too?
Wow.
Yeah, these are all gonna be different yarns.
Have you got a name for that one yet?
Well,
I
for
like-
the yarns, you know what, I haven't named them yet, except for one.
Oh, yeah.
I like the night shift shawl. That's-
Yeah, the
I
night
like
shift
that.
shawl. Well, the cool thing is it's a knit along, spin along that
Uh-huh.
I'm taking part in, and I'm a night shifter.
Oh, I
And
see.
it's created by a nurse.
Where do you work at?
I work at UT Tyler. So, yeah, I'm just a night shift nurse. Basic run of the mill.
That's kind of cool.
Here's some different yarns I've made. Fun stuff, not just plain run of the mill, a little more funky. I'm gonna make a poncho out of this stuff.
So is that,
I like this one.
I don't know what you would call it when it has the different textures to it after you.
It's an art yarn.
An art yarn?
Art yarn.
Art yarn.
It's like 40% silk and 60% wool. So it's, once it's knit up, it made a really cool looking thing. No, it's just over time. I'm a hack. I'm still a hack.
Haley,
What?
pause that for a second.
Raw-ish. This
So
is-
it's not dyed or anything?
This
That's
is not even
natural.
washed.
Oh, no.
You gotta pass it
So
around.
you dye it yourself?
Do it all. Yeah, I go from the sheep, except for,
Kinda-
I leave the shearing to
Do
Jay.
you have sheep at your?
I do not. I wish I did. I have a cat that I keep wanting to shear, but my husband's like, someday I'm gonna come home and that cat's gonna have no hair whatsoever. And so, anyway,
That'd be something, you'd have to wait for it to grow back out to make anything out of it.
I know, but you have like,
Smell it.
the Angora. That's what, they do that with the Angora rabbits. This is the same stuff that's washed and dyed.
I would love to have a
Much
sheep.
better. One day,
Textures. Like, you have all these different sheep, and I've got a book that I'm gonna let y'all look at, and it talks about the different, you have, sheep that you could shear and you make rugs out of, because it's coarse, but it's really heavy duty, and it's gonna last a long time. You don't wanna put the super soft stuff and be stepping on it all the time, it's gonna tear up because it's super soft. So everything has its purpose, like even from close to the face to a jacket or a poncho to a rug, you're gonna have everything, you can spin any of it. Just, what do you use it for, is different things. So here's this already carded up that I use this on. So that's what.
What's that for?
This is a carder, and it puts it into a way we can spin it. It sort of aligns the fibers. So I'll pass that around, and so that's once it's combed.
So that would be the first step
Oh, so
after
you
dye.
use the brush
You
to comb
wash,
it?
dye, comb.
You use that
I mean,
br-
this is a carder.
Oh, I was in a brush.
These
Oh, okay.
are my Wolverines.
Is that the thing that they had on the Sleeping Beauty?
Yeah, actually, yes, it is, sort of. I think it was a quill wheel, because I've been stuck with a quill before, but really, these things, unless, I don't know how you would stick yourself with these, but these are more modern castle style wheels. This is a quick look, and then this is a, yeah, don't run yourself through with that, I'd never be invited back. The first person that dies in my class is gonna be.
We don't need fatalities.
No.
They're so cute.
Goats,
Oh my
but,
goodness.
yeah.
Didn't God make your neatest pictures?
Isn't that amazing?
What's a silk
Wow.
cocoon?
Oh, what? Oh, that's where the caterpillars
so soft.
spin themselves up into the cocoons,
Okay.
and they use the outer cocoons
Oh, that's cool.
to make the silk.
What is that?
This
Is that like
Angora.
the thing that's on the smoke porch? Is that?
No.
So you can make
This
things.
is, I brought some alpaca.
Now, what's an alpaca again?
It is, it looks like a llama, or it's very tall. I'll show a picture.
Yeah, 'cause I know what it is, but I don't have a mental picture. It's been a long
They have
time.
long necks, like a, they're funny.
Like a
funny.
giraffe?
So this
Sort of
hasn't,
like a giraffe.
this hasn't been combed yet. This is
No,
just the
that's just
natural
the natural
texture.
I wish we could go to that alligator farm that's right before Shreveport, you
Very
know?
fluffy.
Yeah, it's like the undercut, yes.
Oh, cool.
Feel that. That stuff is expensive too.
Oh wow, that's really.
Everybody talks about cashmere.
Right?
I like this so soft.
I know, right? That's my
That's your
precious.
sweaters.
It's my precious. The younger, usually the animal, the softer.
What is that?
Alpaca. The
What's that?
softer. It's, I don't know that there's a picture in any of these. I'll have to see. I'll have to show you a picture.
Oh, this is the
That's-
giraffe looking
that's-
thing.
Yeah, only it's shorter, sort of, yeah. Now, there's a lot of different things.
So the giraffe's hair like this?
No,
Oh, okay.
Oh.
no, these are fluffy
I
like
think it's a
she's.
giraffe or not.
Well,
Yeah,
I love
she's
giraffes.
thinking- she's thinking,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to describe a,
okay.
Yeah, they have
something
It's like a
like
sheep with a long neck,
long neck.
long neck.
And
Not
then
like
they're
as
all
long as
different
it-
personalities
Giraffes are
too.
humongous, but alpacas
I want
are
a big goat.
way,
I
way
know, I
smaller.
want an Angora goat,
Right.
because
Oh, yeah.
they have that curly cute.
Yeah.
They're so cute. Okay, so now we're gonna get into tools. So this is called a carder. I got it used. Most of the stuff I've gotten used because I just can't afford all new stuff. So I bought that new, and I bought my 2 spinning wheels new, and everything else I have is pretty much used stuff because, well, no, my little, the rigid pedal one, I'll be good. Yes.
I'm sorry. How much does this cost? For this?
I'm trying to remember how much I spent on it, but it was, I can't remember how much I paid for it. It was like I got 2 ounces of it, and it was
So you can buy
Pretty
cashmere and mix it with the cashmere.
and then it has merino,
That is so awesome.
and it's soft. So yeah,
I love it.
that halo is the Angora.
But this is the cashmere, huh?
Yes, this part has the cashmere in it, the red, and then the Angora is more the, and it's mixed with another wool to help give it some memory.
Some memory. What does that mean?
Yeah, memory means,
Last?
well, if you knit something like alpaca, it has a lot of drape where it'll just kind of get longer and longer and longer and
Yeah.
longer. If it's a heavy
From the
spun.
weight?
Yes, but wool will hold its crimp. And so you usually mix with a wool you can even do like cat hair, dog hair, things like that. If you mix it in with wool especially, because it'll make it.
So would it be
Because
smart
it's
just to
not
make
as
cashmere?
flexible.
You can.
But will it stretch?
It could stretch. It
Okay,
could.
yeah.
But people do it all. I mean, you can.
So we need to
There-
ask them
There's some
if they
rules.
use cat hair or dog hair in making this family up there.
Yeah, a lot of, that's where, Dark Side Shearing, just sit there and pet it. A lot of people like Dark Side Shearing, he's based in Oregon, and, you know, all the places up north have a lot, because of more spaces. Here, people do more like dairy stuff, you know.
Well,
like
maybe
this
that's why I
dairy.
think down here, because my we have our Thanksgivings and stuff down here, but they come down here.
Go up there, say, can I pet a cow or sheep? But, anyway, so this is a carder. These are combs. This is what gets our fiber in alignment to spin easier. Some people just wash it and spin it, and they just sit it and hold it and pull it out and spin as they go. I like a more fine prep.
What does that mean? I'm sorry. You said it was like, is it easier for people to do it like that?
It's cheaper to do it like that.
Okay.
You don't have to buy
Something like
this
water.
and don't have to buy that. You can sit and hand pick it and get it in order, and you can spin. It's-
Extremely time consuming.
Yes, it is. Everything's time consuming.
Never
So,
seen no sheep
you-
before.
You can ask the girls that work with me in the kitchen, if I can cut a quarter, we'll cut that.
right, then you can buy ready-made, dyed, throw in, or you can just buy yarn.
Cut away.
Right.
Or you
A
can just
corner.
buy the
Well,
product.
I still, if you still want the quality though,
Yeah.
but you know, I
Right.
spend the money to comb it,
Yeah,
to have it one so I can comb it.
right. And you can do it like all different kinds.
I'm excited to learn. I mean, I feel like this is maybe easier than knitting. I mean, crocheting. I just can't get crocheting.
Well, you know what? There's so many different forms of fiber art. There's so many different forms of it that if one doesn't take,
Yeah.
now it does take time to learn.
Is crocheting fiber art?
In a way, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because you have but the cool thing is,
Yeah.
if you weave, you can make your own fabric and you can make bags, you can make,
Yeah.
and you can use it like that. It's just a little bit more difficult in cutting it because the weave is a lot less tight.
Yeah.
And so you have to just prepare it a different way, but
Yeah.
you're making
I've
fabric.
never seen the movie
Yeah.
Babe.
So you can go all the way from
Oh.
sheep to fabric,
Yeah.
you know?
Like,
Have you ever made
Probably
fabric?
not a whole lot of that food is even,
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Duh.
But I can make something from this if I wanted to.
whatever they are,
Oh, you
probably
can do it?
what?
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, you can make like, I mean, vests and
Yeah.
all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff from it, so yeah, and the blanket over here,
I would love to make my son a hat and mittens and little booties, you know?
Yes.
to go-
Yes.
That would be so cute.
I did not spin this, though, this is store bought, just showing you what you can do with acrylic. It's not all bad.
You mean the material store bought?
No.
You made that,
What do you
right?
mean? What's acrylic mean? What do you?
It's not, it's this,
Oh,
that
yeah.
I got from
Is this the precious thing that you have?
Merino, no, Romandale. Look up Romandale.
I'm gonna tell you, I really loathe crocheting with
Yeah.
low quality acrylic.
Absolutely.
I hate it so much. I hate
But
the
didn't it
sound of
turn out, that turned out okay.
Try to use the comb.
So it's different things, different ways.
It's so good.
It turns into different things, and I haven't even washed it yet to make it softer. So,
I could
Surprise.
sleep with that. Surprise.
surprise.
I really like this look.
Now, because this is my granddaughter, she isn't gonna treat it well. She's gonna step on it, it's probably gonna go in the washing machine. You don't wanna put wool in the washing machine. You're gonna hand wash it and cool, lay it flat to dry.
Yeah.
Because it will felt and it will turn into a totally different fiber, and you've ruined whatever you've made unless you want it to felt. Some people felt for a living, so,
I've seen
Yeah.
some felted pieces.
look under the R's and see if you can find Romandale in one of the books that I have going around.
I saw.
Romy or something.
ROM. I can't spell it, so. You're probably gonna find it in that one over there. The
This
one,
one?
your hand guide.
I
Yeah.
don't think these are, this is the one.
Oh, that's what it looks like. Let me see.
What's it say, endangered or critical? I think it's critical.
Can I see this? Critical.
Yeah, critical.
Critical's like one step above.
Or below, I think it's below endangered, but
Really?
yeah, I think so. It's critical. Anyway, so you've got the critical
Uh-huh.
mixed with the endangered. For the, you can't even find a picture of it.
Critical conservation. So it's
Yeah.
critical. Is it worse? Is there less of them?
Endangered is
The next step
less.
after critical.
Yeah,
There's less.
and then extinct is totally gone.
Okay,
Right.
so
Well,
critical
these are
is
almost-
before that.
Yeah, these
I
are,
understood,
these
yeah.
are so endangered that they're almost, yeah. And then you mixed it with the critical, so now
Uh-huh.
what I've got right here is a
Rare.
rare, very, very
This is
rare.
how you
Most
wash
people
it?
will never touch it.
Wow.
That's how you wash it right here.
Yeah, I just throw mine in the sink, but yeah, yeah, cause I mean, Blue Dawn, sometimes I use Unicorn, which is a more costly product, which will be what that's washed with, because that's my precious.
Right?
I will treat it better. Anyway, there's really, that's that. And I'll demonstrate spinning so you can see, and we'll teach spinning. Some people take to it, some people don't. But remember, I'll leave this one at times for you to spin on to practice. With anything, like you don't just hop in a car
Uh-huh.
and drive that car perfect, you're gonna wreck. If you just hop in a car and go for a joyride, right?
Right.
Sometimes there's wrecks on these, but it's not dangerous. It is with these if you wreck. But anyway, so expect to have a little bit of. It takes time, patience. You learn. It's sort of meditative when you're just doing it, and you just sit, and it's just like you're all tense, and then once you get the hang of it, you're like, okay, yeah, I can do this. I can do this. This is cool. I'm all zen. But then you start breaking a thread, and then you're like, this is not fun. But then you get back into
Zen gone.
Zen is gone. Like I competed in a lot of competitions. That one that I was talking about didn't make for this year. It's going to be next
I
year.
was gonna ask.
But that gives, we're going to do stuff
Uh-huh.
through. Ow, injury.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll stop using my hands around it.
So they put it off until next year, but that just
Yeah,
gives you a little
because
bit
they had to
longer
get like
prepared.
$50,000 they were trying to get, because these wheels are expensive.
Yeah.
And they're giving away 2 of those, and it's a lot of money. And then they're wanting most of the money to go towards,
Nonprofits.
yeah, they're going, it's called the Spinolution Spinner Free, and it was for for a program for human trafficking,
Oh wow.
which is a very big deal. And
Yeah.
so I'll totally support that when the time comes. But they just didn't have enough time to put it all together for this year.
And they don't want to lower the caliber of the contest,
Yes.
so they're just putting it on next year.
Yes,
So, but you said there's different events throughout the
there's
year.
different events. And what I'm hoping is Tour de Fleece
Uh-huh.
is a big one. It's like 2.5 weeks of different, like Tour de France, we
Right.
have Tour de Fleece. Then we have Spinzilla, which is in October, which, oh my goodness, that's the one I'm in. You will not
And that's
see
what
me.
y'all did last year, is you made the
You've
thing
already
right here we
mentioned
have on the
that.
wall.
Oh, that was for the Dirty Fleece Done Dark Cheek Challenge.
That is so, I love
Is it
that.
still here?
Cute.
Can you get
Yeah.
it down so you can show it to them? We did this for the competition last year, because you say competition, I'm like all over it. It doesn't matter. So we got first place. We wove that here. All the lumpy bumpy yarn, they spun. And then we got my rigid head of loom, and that's felting on the side.
These?
The
Oh.
fabric up there, yeah, that was intentionally felted. And those are tease water locks, which are normally.
Is this belt too?
No, that was some yarn we made. I spun the warp and
It's
yarn.
very
They
pretty.
spun the web. So we put it all together and we got first place.
I love the colors,
I
especially
have
the
a new
middle.
appreciation for that now. I never really.
Yeah, it's like
It's just
what's
been there, and I haven't really.
that was an accumulation of all of us getting together and putting our own touches in it. It's like a cumulative effort, and so
Yeah,
that was
that's
pretty awesome. And so we're kind of going to do a project like that.
I want to do a big one,
You
Kathy.
want to do with big
I
one?
really do. I want to do kind of the same. I would like to make something. Well, I'll have to draw it out for you next time we come.
Okay, draw it out. We'll work on it.
I've been thinking a lot about it.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have a project where we all just get.
So what is this machine thing?
That is a spinning wheel.
Okay.
And that is Rogue. And you can.
Huh?
You can sit. I'm just gonna
Okay.
put her drop band on. And this says Carpe Noctem, which means seize the night, because
You're the night shift.
I'm the night shift. Okay, now put your feet on the treadle.
Does it matter which way I go?
We're just treadling, so it doesn't really matter. It does when we go to spin. You'll want to spin one way, ply the other way, because otherwise you'll end up with a whole lot of mess.
So like this, back and forth.
Well, you're going to want to go, when we first start spinning, we're going to be going to the right, so clockwise. So make sure the wheel goes clockwise.
Wait, I'm like, how do I do this here?
It just, yep, there you go.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
What's it doing?
It's just going around and around.
Oh.
And this, it's operated on pulleys, and isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Let me help.
What time
I
is
don't
it?
know
So
why
I'll
it
go
was
over
so
this.
hard for me to get it. Like,
Well,
You
you
know,
know,
watch
that was
this.
the first time you
Watch
sat
this
down.
part.
10,
Yeah.
about 10:30.
Watch that part.
Okay, what time do I leave?
28.
Other way.
Okay, I think it's 10:45 as well.
See? So you can get your timing right.
yeah, but you have to like
You gotta wait for it to go around.
you gotta
Just keep going around.
So
give it a little momentum. Like
Mhm.
you see how I got
Yeah.
confused like that, and it started going the other way. But you actually got to apply pressure and make it go all the, like that bottom one go. All, you know
all
what
the
I'm
way
saying?
around. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
But do you have to go slow when you get it on there?
You can go as fast or as slow as the fiber needs. The slower you go, the less twist. And it'll pull apart a whole lot easier.
I am so excited.
And so you can make it as thin or as thick. Most of the yarns that y'all use at first, they're gonna be the thick art yarns. And then you're gonna go thin. And then you're gonna say, why can't I go back to thick? And you can't, you're working hard at it, and that's when you know you're a good spinner. When you can go back the other way.
Okay.
I'm still working on that part. It's really a struggle to keep going back to the art yarn. But I love art yarn. I love knitting with art yarn.
So, and the only way, just like anything, to get better at is
So
to
you
do
don't
it
want to sit at
consistently.
it and trouble?
I'm so tired
So what
of
is it? I was reading this.
No, that's okay. This is a spinning wheel, and then you're gonna go this way. So you feel how it feels on your feet. You're gonna be consistent. And there's gonna be some people that don't get it, you know. But then there's other parts that you can get. Maybe the weaving or the knitting or the crocheting. Anything with practice you can do.
Mm-hmm.
And the faster you go, it's going to pull out of your hands faster. It's going to, and I'll demonstrate. Isn't that cool? Can't you
Coolest
see where it
thing.
would be like
Yeah.
very
get to
meditative?
rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. Y'all sit down. Why not? Aw. Yeah, go for it. There is no shame here. You got to go.
No, not yet.
Did you pull
What
it?
is-
I'm waiting until the last minute.
This one is
Where are you going?
a different brand. And I'll show you that one too. This is
Yeah,
not.
11:30.
Both of them
Oh,
do, this was my first. This was my second. So I went with Prime.
you're good at it, Alicia.
And then I
You're
went
good at
with-
it.
Yeah. That's like the
How do you put your
Cadillac, that's
foot
like
in
the
itself or
Beetle.
something?
The
It's
VW.
not really that hard.
I want to try.
I'll film you trying in a minute.
You will.
Oh, I don't want to be filmed. I don't want
Once you
to.
practice enough, you're
I've
gonna get,
never even practiced knitting or crocheting or anything.
well,
it's easy.
you're going to.
Yeah, but I think it's the real test is going to be when you actually have the stuff in there because you have to use your hands too.
And I'll show you that fully.
Oh, I love it.
Isn't that cool?
Yes.
And what way are you supposed to go this way, right?
You're gonna go clockwise to the
Are you gonna
end.
show us something?
I am. I'm gonna show you I'm gonna show you how I spin.
I want one of these. So how much do they go for used?
Well, I am trying my best, or I'm gonna be trying my best to get some sort of spinner for y'all, for here. So you can practice whenever we get into it. I'll leave Rogue with you so you can get used to her. And I'm gonna
Go
try
for
my
it,
best.
honey. I
I'm
won't film
trying to
you.
get, or I'm thinking about doing donations, trying to get some donations for some used fiber equipment for here.
Thank you, that's awesome to work on that.
You're welcome. That one, the base price is around $400. New. Unpainted. Of course, I had to put my spin on it, you know?
I saw the paws. Very nice.
Yes.
So do you already know how to use them, Sunday?
I do now. No, I don't. I've never used one
We're
before.
just deciding about trying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, who wouldn't?
I didn't
What?
know if you, well,
I was gonna say, why do you ask? Do I look like a professional?
No, it looks like.
Oh, no, no, no.
Because you were like, I want one, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
No,
and,
no.
And that's exactly what happened with me. I made a spindle
Uh-huh.
to spin the yarn with. And then you can make them.
I'm just excited to learn.
And
Yeah.
you can learn, it's like with your hands that you spin. You don't have to get a wheel to spin. You can get a stick and wool. And you can
Wow.
spin. So we put all the stuff into the money, when really you don't have to. It's just
Right.
faster sometimes. I know people with a spindle that can, they are busting it. It's something awesome to see. And I have spindles. I love spindles.
That's cool.
And that's what I started with. So I spun with a spindle that I made for 6 months. And I spent like maybe $3 making it. And then I got that. I have a friend that's my supplier.
I guess the whole thing would be like, what is your end game? Are you spinning the yarn to create something? You know what I mean? Because if you're just
Everybody has
stopping at
different
spending,
end
yeah.
Everybody has different end game. You know, if I could just spin all day long and just not have anything, after a while it's like, and you're giving it away, you're begging people, you're putting it on the
You have walls of materials around you, I imagine. Yeah.
the fiber
Mhm.
because of Mr. Jake Valentine. Let me tell you what my garage looks like. It's a 2-car garage. I also turn wood. I can't get to my lathe.
You don't have a car in there, do you?
I have no car in there. There's no car. There's just knitting kits that people have donated for y'all, and then there's wool that I have for me and that he's donated for y'all, and other people have donated to y'all.
So I have a while here. I have about 9 months left. Do you think that in that 9 months we'll make it from
Yes.
this stage to knitting?
Yes.
Cool.
I would say in the next 3 months.
Yes.
Yay.
Very
I would say
excited.
in the next 3. I mean, you can knit with your first start yarn that you make. I did. I crocheted and made a cowl out of my very first yarn.
Cool.
So, you know, even if people think, oh, it's not perfect. Well, what do you think perfect? You go buy it.
Well, I'm seem to be really critical of my own stuff. I seem to be really critical of my own stuff. But if I see imperfections in someone else's stuff, I think it gives it character. So
Yeah,
I've learned to
absolutely.
take a step back and be like, you know what? When someone else looks at this, most likely they'll see character, not imperfections.
Is anybody perfect?
No.
And you know, in the Bible, it really goes into keeping the hands busy,
Yeah.
spinning the flax. All this stuff is Old Testament biblical stuff.
No, it's so cool.
Isn't it? Isn't it? And so, this is, you know, this goes back to the ancient days. They didn't have these, they had cactuses. And some of the people still use cactuses to shred out the fibers, the flax, and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, they make do with what they got. These I got from a friend for $50. And they're a little bit, you know, banged up, but I'll use them the rest of my life. I don't need any more. I got this for $300 used. The person let me pay it out like a layaway plan, and it was used. I can see myself getting one that's a little thinner because the fibers that I'm getting into are real fine. This is more for the end art bat, which is so cool too. So once again, this is going to be with me for the rest of my life.
So, and what does that do?
This cards it into these.
Okay.
And then that goes into what?
This
Yarn.
will, these combs turn into this.
Okay.
Okay, and then that you yarn, or you
Yep.
put on there.
Do yarn. Turn it
Then you
into
spin it,
And
guys.
then with yarn, you can make like the Afghans and stuff like that too, right?
yarn. Yep. These.
Now, when you make an Afghan, what is that, knitting or crochet?
Knitting, and actually I have a kit, and yes, it's acrylic, but I have a kit and I have DVDs to make for all y'all to make Afghans if you want to make crochet Afghans.
When are we going to start that,
I'll
Kat?
bring them next week. Next
Yes.
time, but in 2 weeks I'll bring the kit so you can start working on that. It's called, and also the cool thing about these kits,
Uh-huh.
normally $20, $30 for a kit. Yeah, I've got all of these kits for you.
And they've been donated for
And
us.
they've been donated for y'all.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you. And thank whoever's donated them because
It's
that's
just-
really
I mean,
amazing.
people are like, they've been, like I said, my garage is full now. You will never need acrylic yarn. And we're gonna be weaving like fools with acrylic yarn and knitting and
And
crocheting.
weaving is that pretty thing, like with the
These.
blanket.
Hey,
Yeah.
trust me, I'm not a snob. I can't afford anything but acrylic. So
But guess what? You will be knitting and crocheting with more than acrylic.
I can't
You're
wait.
gonna get, I have this one fleece that Jake sent me because the tips were broken. Sheep, during their life cycle, they go through different things, like some of them get sick, some give birth, and some have poor nutrition, or some get a cold, or they get scared by something out in the yard.
And that all
they'll
affects-
create it all, their nutrition. Yes, everything affects it. So to get a good quality sheep fleece, the farmer basically loses money almost every time they shear sheep. They do it for the love of it. It's just for wool.
That is really wild. So like, you know, the stress hormones or the stress chemicals in your brain affects everything. That is,
Well, you know, when your
Really
nutrition's
interesting.
bad, what's your hair do?
it
What
gets
your
coarse
nails
and don't grow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it creates little breaks, what they call a break in the wool. Well, he sent me this one fleece that I was sitting there looking, and now he has these auctions. And he, people go crazy. They start bidding, usually it's $45 for a piece, for wool.
Uh-huh.
Usually it costs about $20 to ship it to us because he's way up there. He does the exploding boxes. It's crazy. Anyway, people start bidding, and then they have him in particular. He has a grader there that says how good the wool is. So it's somebody not partial to him. You know,
Right.
He's sharing their grading and telling us, well, this is good for this, or this will be good for that, or this is how tight you need to spin this, or you know, like
So no
this is
surprises.
like an unbelievable amount of twists I'm going to have to put per inch. Merino, 18 twists per inch. Like every inch you need to spin, twist it
18 times.
That's a 50.
Oh, wow.
So it's going to be very tight.
Very tiny and fine. Very, very fine. Like lace weight fine.
Wow.
So that's what I've got that wool for. Goldie's a speedster. So, this one goes up to 14-1. I have a little container that has another whirl that goes to 14. That one's mainly 10, which is great for learning. And that could be the wheel for the rest of your life because it's a good wheel.
Yeah.
And I've got a big art yarn flyer that goes with it. That's it's another $300, an add-on. But I knew I wanted to make art yarn, and so art yarn is big, so it takes a little more.
Little
Then
extra.
I have this one. This one also does art yarn, and it'll spin fine. So this is the Spinolution Mach 3. Now they call it the Monarch. It was kind of a cool name, I guess, but she's a fancy one. Now there's way more expensive wheels. There's some wheels that are $10,000.
That's crazy.
I know, right? My lottery winnings, yeah, that would be. I'd be all over all that
Can
stuff.
I try this one?
Absolutely. You can sit down. We're ready. Now this one travels in a different way. The treadles are on the side. And then you just go side to side.
Isn't it fabulous that that paper's similar what we did?
So what?
Oh,
I was thinking about doing, it'd be cool more.
You're going to. I'm going to go through and teach everybody. And the great thing is I mean, people pay a lot of money for classes that you're